Welcome to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, the #1 podcast and resource for Black entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and Black Entrepreneur Blueprint was created specifically to educate and inspire Black entrepreneurs to launch, build, and grow successful, sustainable businesses. Join us as we help build an economic power base in the worldwide Black community by building and supporting Black-owned businesses. If you're currently an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur, you're invited to join us each and every week here at Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Welcome to the BEB family and get ready to elevate your entrepreneur IQ. Welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, episode number 417. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and today we have another outstanding and informative show in store for you. Today's show topic is the power of becoming an authentic entrepreneur. The power of becoming an authentic entrepreneur. Now, unfortunately, many people and entrepreneurs are living unauthentic lives and running unauthentic businesses. And unfortunately, it's not helping them become the best person or entrepreneur that they can be. Now, in today's show, I'm going to break down why you need to become an authentic entrepreneur and the benefits of doing so. But before we get to today's show, I just want to share a few things with the BEB family. First and foremost, I want to welcome all first-time listeners to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Welcome to the BEB family. Please stick around until the end of today's broadcast, and I'm going to share all my social media contact information and my resource links, such as the link to my new book, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. Also, 2 platforms I've created to help circulate dollars in the worldwide Black community, BeSmartByBlack.com and HireBlackFreelancers.com. Now, those sites are under construction. We're actually revamping everything about those sites. So if you go there, you'll see a sign that we're going to reopen again on July 13th. If you're interested in being on the site and listing your products or services, make sure you go to BeSmartByBlack.com or HireBlackFreelancers.com and put your email in the on the page, and we'll notify you as soon as we go back live on July 13th. All right. Also, I just want to mention too, BEBacademy.com. This is a free 3-day access to BEB Academy. It's an online learning portal where we have content, resources, online courses, master classes to help you elevate your entrepreneur IQ. So get 3 days free access. Go to BEBacademy.com. And also, if you're interested in building a successful, sustainable e-commerce business, pound for pound, the best program on the market, go to BBAElite.com, Brand Builder Academy Elite.com. All of this stuff is on the website, guys. Hit blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, hit the learn button, and you'll see all the resources that I'm talking about. Now, let's get ready to dive into today's content. And we're talking about the power of becoming an authentic entrepreneur. So let's start off with the definition of authentic. It's of undisputed origin, genuine. You're true to your own personality, values, and spirit, regardless of the pressure that you're under to act otherwise. Let me repeat that. Authentic means of undisputed origin, genuine. You're true to your own personality, values, and spirit, regardless of the pressure that you're under to act otherwise, being true to yourself. So the opposite of authentic is fake, artificial, or faux, F-A-U-X. So we're going to talk about, guys, some of the areas that you may need to focus on to become an authentic entrepreneur, and also why it's important to you. So let's start out with number 1, be authentic in your choice of a business. Be authentic in your choice of business. What business idea is near and dear to your heart? What motivates you to engage in this type of business? What business idea is near and dear to your heart? What business or what motivates you to engage in this type of business? For example, if you love teaching children, you can start an after-school tutoring program or teach kids something constructive like coding or entrepreneurship. So be authentic in your choice of business. And I did an episode the other day, actually last week, and I talked about living in your genius, right? Do what you love, do what you're good at, and do something people will pay you for. So if you didn't listen to episode 416, go back and listen to that where I really break that down. But be authentic, number one, in your choice of business. So once again, don't chase the paper, chase the purpose. Because in the long run, the purpose is going to get you a lot further than chasing paper. So be authentic in your choice of business. Now, remember, there's only 6 types of things that you can sell. You can sell your physical products, your digital products, your services, or somebody else's physical products, somebody else's digital products, or somebody else's services. Those are the only 6 types of things that you can sell. So be authentic in your choice of business. Once again, when you're chasing paper, that may sound good. But when you're chasing purpose, it's greater than just the business. It's greater than that. And sometimes you have to have something greater for you to continue. So when you chase paper, what happens when it gets too hard is most people tend to fall back and quit. And then they start looking for another paper chase. Oh, this business doesn't work, or it's too hard. Let me find something else. Let me find some more low-hanging fruit so I can chase that paper. And a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this. I was guilty of this years ago. I was looking for any opportunity out there. Now, I'm not going to tell you don't go grab the low-hanging fruit. But if you understand what you're doing, hey, I'm going to go over here, chase this paper, and then I'm going to parlay that paper into something else, into an authentic choice of businesses. So if there's low-hanging fruit, go get that. But don't necessarily make your business based totally or solely on low-hanging fruit. Be authentic in your choice of businesses. Okay? So what business idea is near and dear to your heart? What motivates you to engage in this type of business? And I use the example, if you love teaching kids, you can teach them or create a tutoring program, or you can teach them something like coding or entrepreneurship. So be authentic in your choice of business. Number 2, make money being authentic. And that means be authentic and make money doing what you love. For example, if you love to bake, you can open up a bakery. If you love doing accounting work, you can open up your accounting practice. So I just talked about the episode last week, right? Episode number 416. Check it out. Make money being authentic. Something that you're naturally good at. Something that you like doing or love doing. Once again, it's not about chasing the paper. Short term, that's fine. But long term, if you want a business that has depth, if you want a business that's long standing, that has longevity, possibility to pass that business down, you need to make money being authentic. Be authentic and make the money doing what you love to do. Once again, this kind of coincides with the first one. Be authentic in your choice of businesses, but you have to be authentic. You have to know yourself. You should know yourself better than anybody else, all right? And sometimes when we look at ourselves, we're not as critical as we really need to be. So somebody else can tell you, yeah, man, there's money in this business. You need to do this, that, and the other thing. But really, is that what you want to do? I have a good friend like my brother, and he loves cars. I mean, he loves everything about cars, high performance, foreign sports cars. He loves all of that stuff. I'm not really a big car person, right? But he loves that. And all the business ideas he starts, they have nothing to do with cars. Absolutely nothing, because he's chasing paper. And I keep telling him, do something that's authentic to you. Be authentic and make money doing what you love doing. So if it's cars, if it's selling aftermarket parts for cars, if it's building a database and selling other stuff, he was actually working on cars and putting turbo boosters on cars. He tried that, but he didn't stick with it. So make money being authentic, because when you're authentic, it's natural, it's innate. It's something that has been given to you. It is a gift. Everybody has likes and dislikes, and are clued into certain things based on who you are. So don't fight that. So when you're fighting that, it's like you're going uphill. You want to go downhill, because it doesn't take as much effort. When you ride a bike uphill, it's hard, right? Because you're going against what's authentic. When you ride your bike downhill, you're sitting there coasting, because you're working on a business that's authentic to you. And what we're talking about, guys, the power of becoming an authentic entrepreneur. So number one, be authentic in your choice of businesses. Number two, make money being authentic. And number three, create a lifestyle that's authentic to you. So what does your ideal lifestyle look like? And how can you create your business around your lifestyle and not your lifestyle around your business? So create a lifestyle that's authentic to you. What does your ideal lifestyle look like? And once again, guys, you want to create your business around your lifestyle, not your lifestyle around your business. And I'm going to give you several real life examples. So one of the things I remember when my youngest daughter, Erica, was born, I had owned an ADT dealership in Philadelphia. I had several offices and I was out there grinding hard, man. I would be at the office 7 a.m. in the morning and I'd come home maybe 8 p.m. at night. And I came home one night and one day my wife was like, dude, you know, I know you're doing what you're supposed to do, but Erica's not even going to know who you are. Because I would see her in the morning when she got up, but by the time I got home, she was sleeping. And so I really had to think about it. I'm like, man, you know, you're right about that. And anybody that has listened to the show for any period of time may have heard me speak about the loss of my son. So I have, you know, my oldest daughter, my youngest daughter, and then my son was our youngest. But we lost him to brain cancer at 17 months. So he would have been 21 right now. And literally today, the day I'm recording this, is actually 20 days since the day that he passed away. And so when that happens to your family, your priorities always shift, or they should shift. Now, I was always a family man, and I always loved spending time with my wife and children. And so once that situation happened, I knew that that was a big focus on any business I started. I wanted to create a lifestyle that's authentic to me. And I wanted to spend time and be present with my kids, you know, and my wife, and not miss any of the seminal or the moments that they're going through. So one of the other examples I always talked about is being present when my daughters were in high school. My youngest was a freshman, my oldest was a senior, and they used to play all types of sports and they were good in academics. So I was always present. So entrepreneurship allowed me to be present and engaged with my kids' lives. And that's something that a lot of parents unfortunately can't do because they're working. And I get it. I was there, been there, done that. But one of the things that I was super proud of is when my kids were in high school, they're 3 years apart. So my youngest was a freshman, my oldest was a senior, and they played a lot of sports. They were in, academic activities, clubs, and all that good stuff. But field hockey was one of their favorite sports. And so from the time that my youngest daughter was a freshman, because I was an entrepreneur and built my business around my lifestyle, I never missed a home field hockey game, an away field hockey game, a summer scrimmage, or their AAU travel games. And they would travel to Florida, Maryland, all types of places. I never missed one game in 4 years. And a lot of their friends were like, damn, does your dad work? But I built my business around my lifestyle. I created freedom and flexibility with e-commerce. And so once again, the importance, guys, being authentic. What was authentic to me? I wanted to create that lifestyle that was authentic. I wanted to be able to be present. I wanted to focus on things that were important to me. Now, if I worked a 9-to-5 job or I had a different type of business, I wouldn't have been able to be present. And so that's one of the things I'm most proud of, is being super present in my kids' lives. I'm able to take them to college tours. I don't have to take off of work when they were looking to go to college and stuff. All of that type of stuff. Because it was super important to me. Number one, my son passed away. So that just changes your whole mindset. But I always was family oriented. So when I grew up, probably like a lot of you that are listening, I came out of a single parent household. My parents got divorced when I was 7, but my dad mentally was gone by the time I was 5 years old because he was out doing this thing. Now, we were blessed to be able to reconnect and reestablish our relationship when I was in my late 20s, and we were cool ever since then. But it was always important for me to create that lifestyle that I wanted and be authentic in it. And so number 3, create a lifestyle that's authentic to you. I'm telling y'all right now, it's so important to build your business around your lifestyle versus building your lifestyle around your business. I almost worked myself to death, okay, trying to provide. And I get that. That's what we got to do. And sometimes we have to sacrifice and do that. But if you're strategic about it, you're going to create a lifestyle that's authentic to you. And what we're talking about, guys, is the power of becoming an authentic entrepreneur. Number 1, be authentic in your choice of business. Number 2, make money being authentic. Number 3, create a lifestyle that's authentic to you. Number 4, be the authentic you. And I can't stress this enough. Don't change your personality to build an audience, okay? So many entrepreneurs change their personality on social media because they think they're going to attract more followers. And you may attract more followers, but they're not even attracted to the real you. They're attracted to the facade. So the truth is, whoever's supposed to be attracted to you guys will be attracted to you. So be authentic in who you are. So your message is not going to resonate with everybody. I don't care if it's a product, a service, a podcast, whatever it is, a blog, but it will resonate with the people it's supposed to. Not everybody is supposed to resonate with Jay Jones and Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, and I'm cool with that. All right. Just like I could say one thing, somebody else could say the same thing, but they'll resonate with the way somebody else delivers something versus the way I deliver something. And guess what? I'm not in competition with any other Black entrepreneur or Black podcast because I know where I'm at. I know my lane. I resonate with a certain type of person. For example, my show resonates with a certain demographic based on my personality and my content. And one of the things I hear all the time is when I meet BEB family members off air, be it on the phone, if we're working in a group or live in person or whatever, I'm telling you, they always say, they like, damn, you're just like you are on the podcast. I feel like I know you. I said, yeah, because that's me. And to be honest with y'all, I actually tone it down because I'm a jokester, right? I love to have a good time, but this is an entrepreneur podcast, and we're going to keep it serious, no BS and all of that. But my personality is my personality. So when you see me, you're going to get the same me that you're getting right here. So there's no false or faux perceptions that I put up. So especially now with social media, you guys see it all the time. You got cats sitting in front of rented Rolls Royces. They pulling up in front of mansions that not even theirs. They're gurus. They're this and that. And I don't profess to be that. The people that are supposed to be attracted to me will be attracted to me. And I don't worry about anything else. I'm not in competition with anybody else in terms of downloads, views, all of that type of stuff. Because I know who's for me is going to find me. So I'm not going to go out of myself or become something that I'm not just to try to get more followers or more downloads. So, once again, I'm no nonsense. So if you want entrepreneurship focused on the Black diaspora for Black people, and you want no nonsense, no BS, no hype, no trying to, this rah-rah crap, and you want real actionable steps, I'm that dude. All right. That's me. If you want somebody that's going to be rah-rah and trying to make you run through walls and hyping you up, not giving you actionable steps, there's tons of them cats out there. Black, white, whatever, different ethnicities. But my demographic, and it's so funny, one of my advertisers was asking me, what's your demographic? I said, so my highest demographic people I reach are 35 to 44, follow very closely. They're almost dead even, 25 to 34. Most of them, I think, over 65% college educated. 40% make over $100,000. And so we have a very astute audience here. So the stuff that I talk about is geared to that audience. Or actually, I geared it to what I wanted it to be, and that audience was attracted to it. So I didn't try to do something that wasn't in me or, try to be a person that I'm not. I'm being my authentic self, and the people that gravitate toward me are the people that gravitate toward me. So don't try to be something that you're not. Everything I talk about on Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, I've done. Or I bring somebody on that has done it. So I don't talk about theory. All right. I talk about practical application. And the reason I can speak so definitively on subjects and topics is because I've done them. So I'm not a guru. I'm a duru. Everything I talked about, I do or have done. So I speak from experience. I speak from know-how, not knowledge. And know-how comes from doing. Knowledge can be acquired by watching something, reading something, reading a video, listening to something. But know-how comes from doing. And there's a big difference between knowledge and know-how. So those of you guys that listen to the show for a long time, I know you've heard this, but there's other first-time listeners. So the difference between knowledge and know-how is this. That's why you want to be authentic. When you speak from know-how, you're authentic. When you speak from knowledge, it's not practical application. All right. So if I read a book on an F-18 fighter jet, how to fly an F-18, I can go read the manual cover to cover. I could watch somebody do it. I could be in the back of the cockpit while somebody's flying it. Then they say, okay, Jay, you got all of this knowledge. Now it's your turn. When I jump in that cockpit, do I know how to fly that F-15? Hell no. The reason being is I don't have the know-how. The know-how comes from doing. And so be authentic you. Okay. Don't worry about what other people think. It's funny because I have a quirky personality. If you get to know me personally, I'm kind of quirky, but I'm cool with that because that's who I am. And I'm not trying to change that for anybody. So be authentic. Don't change your personality to build an audience or build a business. Be you. It's easier to be you guys than trying to be something that you're not. All right. And like I said, I don't call myself a guru because I'm not. I'm just a dude that's sharing his vast experiences of wins and losses as an entrepreneur. And I've been gifted with the ability to tell stories and the ability to connect with almost anybody. I don't care if you got a second grade education or you got a doctorate degree or whatever. I connect on the human side with people because I'm authentic, I'm open, I'm transparent about my wins and losses. So be that authentic you, and the people that are supposed to be connected to you will be connected to you. Don't be fake, faux, or whatever. Be you. All right. So that was number 4. Be the authentic you. Number 5, be authentic in who you want to serve. So develop your products or services that serve the people you want to serve. Who's your target audience? Who's your authentic target audience? And what goal or transformation can you help them achieve? Who do you want to help? Who do you want to serve? Be authentic with that. For example, I'm unapologetically serving the Black community. Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. That's who I'm serving. Now, can the content be used by other ethnicities? Of course it can. But I'm unapologetic about who I want to serve. Now, it's so funny. I talked to an SEO guy and he was telling me, he's like, yo, dude, your stuff is getting suppressed, man, on social media and all that stuff because you're focusing on Black folk. Now, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm still going to focus on that. And he was like, well, why don't you open it up, and start being more general? I'm like, nah. I said, when I started the podcast, for those of you that don't know, when I used to be on terrestrial or regular radio in Philadelphia, when I started in 2013, I was actually on the radio. My show was called The Entrepreneur Advantage. It was on an AM station. But when I switched to podcasting, which back at that time was called quote unquote internet radio, I was like, you know what? I need to focus on and serve the people that I want to serve. So I was on that radio station, which wasn't a Black station. The first station I was on was a white station, so it was general audience. Now, the second station I was on was a Black station, but I didn't stay there that long because their signal wasn't going out that strong, and I was on at night, and it was really like me opening up a window, talking out the window because the signal wasn't strong at all. I'm not going to get into all of that, but when I jumped to podcasting, I was like, you know what? I need to focus and be authentic in who I serve. So that's how Black Entrepreneur Blueprint came about. Now, am I missing out on making money with my products and services if I offered it to the general market? Yes. Do I understand and recognize that? Yes. Do I care? No, because I'm being authentic in who I want to serve. This show is for black entrepreneurs because there's certain things that are intrinsic as an entrepreneur when you're black. And unfortunately, a lot of them are negative. Some lack of capital or access to capital, lack of access to capital. We may not have the resources to start and build a business that other ethnicities have. And so why wouldn't I be authentic in who I want to serve when I am that person? So I'm speaking to myself because I'm a black entrepreneur. So be authentic in who you want to serve. And last but not least, number 6, be authentic with your time. Be authentic with your time. And this is what I mean. Determine how much time you spend in your business and learn how to unplug. And it's just like I talked about being present in, with all my girls' extracurricular activities and school stuff. Be authentic with your time. All right. So remember that in order to run at maximum efficiency, guys, you have to get adequate rest. Now, I know there's a ton of these gurus out here that's telling you, oh, nobody works longer and harder than me. I'm going to outwork you. I'm going to work 20 hours a day. Sleep is for suckers, all of that type of stuff like that. Man, look, I don't care who you are and what type of drugs you on. You cannot work at maximum efficiency for 20 hours, 18 hours a day consistently. You may be able to do that, periodically, but it's not sustainable. It is not sustainable. There's an old parable that I'm going to paraphrase, and it was a competition between two people who were cutting this big redwood tree, right? And so they each had a saw. And so the first guy, he's up there sawing like crazy. I mean, not taking any breaks, going crazy out there, going ham on that on that tree sawing, right? Sweating like crazy. Then the other dude, he's working hard, he's busting his butt, but he took time out to sharpen that saw. And so while the other guy keeps humping like that, his saw is getting duller and duller and duller. And what's happening is it's harder for him to cut through that big redwood tree. While the other guy periodically will stop to sharpen his saw, and he actually wins first. And that parable always stuck with me. Something that my dad, would always tell me. He was like, look, man, rest is important, man, for your health. You can't be at maximum efficiency if you don't have enough rest. Just think about, I remember in high school when I played sports, if I had a game late at night and then we had to get up early to get to school the next day and I had a test. You ever take a test when you're so tired you don't even care what you write down as the answer? That's because you're not working at maximum efficiency. So once again, be authentic with your time. Determine how much time you spend in your business, and you got to learn how to unplug sometime. I know it's hard because we've been engineered to have that phone in our hand damn near all the time that we're awake. And it's usually by our table or nightstand at night when we're sleeping. And so it's hard to unplug. But sometimes, guys, you just need to unplug and be authentic with your time. Okay. And like I said, that outworking, I'm going to outwork you BS, that's garbage. You need to strive for a balanced life, and I know people are like, it ain't no such thing as a balanced life, but be authentic with your time, meaning spend your time where you need to spend your time, where you want to spend your time. And that's something that's super serious, guys. Next, we're getting ready to talk about why is being an authentic entrepreneur important. But before we do that, guys, let me just share my social media contact information and my resource links. Now, once again, guys, go to blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Everything that I've told you earlier and everything I'm about to tell you, you're going to be able to find on the website. I mentioned my new book, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. You can go to anewblackwallstreet.com, pick yourself up a copy, $14.95 print version, $9.95 digital version. Now, once again, I mentioned besmartbyblack.com and hireblackfreelancers.com. We're updating those sites, but if you want to be notified when they're going to be back online, and if you want to put your information about your product or service up there, just go to one of those sites. You'll be sent to a landing page. put your email in, and we're going to open back up July 13th. Also, guys, I mentioned Brand Builder Academy Elite. If you're trying to build an e-commerce business, pound for pound, this is the best program on the market. It's a 15-week implementation program that takes you from ideation for your product or service all the way up to selling on your site and other applicable sites. And it doesn't matter if you want to build a physical products brand or a digital products brand. Also, don't forget BEB Academy. Go to bebacademy.com. Elevate your entrepreneur IQ with all types of online courses, resources, and masterclasses focusing on subjects such as e-commerce, scaling your business, how to create financial projections, how to create a business plan. It's everything from A to Z, and you get 3 days free access. Go to BEB Academy. Once again, all of this is on the website, guys, blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Hit the Learn tab, and you will see everything that I talked about. Now, if you want to connect with me, anything long, family, hit me on my email, jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Facebook, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Twitter, jjones001, JAYJONES001. Instagram, jjones4real, JAYJONES, the number 4, REAL. My second IG account is Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. If you're on Clubhouse, hit me at I am J Jones. LinkedIn, J Jones Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. And once again, all of that is on the website. And make sure you guys use the website. Go to blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. We want that to be the resource for Black entrepreneurs. Everything you need to learn about building, scaling, and growing your business is on the website. If you need my contact information, go to the site, hit the About button. It'll be all my links there for my social media contacts. If you want to learn something, hit the Learn tab, and you will have all that content there that you can pick from and learn from. All right, let's get back to the content. So we talked about the power of becoming an authentic entrepreneur. Number 1, be authentic in your choice of business. Number 2, make money being authentic. Number 3, create a lifestyle that's authentic to you. Number 4, be authentic in be the authentic you. Number 5, be authentic in who you want to serve. And number 6, be authentic with your time. Now, why is this important, guys? First and foremost, it aligns you with your true self or your nature, and it makes life and work more enjoyable. It aligns you with your true self. So when you're authentic, you're being true. Remember, the opposite of authentic is fake, artificial, or faux. But when you're being authentic, it aligns you with your true self. It puts you in tune. Okay. And it makes your life and work more enjoyable because you're being authentic in everything you do. It's harder to be something or do something that's not authentic for you or to you, right? When you got to try to be somebody else, that's a lot of work. That's like telling lies, right? So when you tell a lie, you got to work hard to remember the lies that you told. But if you tell the truth, you don't have to worry about that. So number 1, why it's important, it aligns with your true self and your nature, and it makes life and work more enjoyable. Number 2, it gives you fulfillment in your business and your life. Now you're being authentic. You're serving the people you want to serve. You're doing what you want to do. So that should give you more fulfillment in your business and your life. Think about this. There are many of you right now that are listening to this that are probably on your way to a job that you can't stand, working with people that you don't even like because you need a paycheck, right? Imagine yourself getting up every morning, working on something that's fulfilling. Number 1 is yours, and making a living doing so. So it gives you fulfillment in your business and your life. How many times do people have a bad day at work, come home, and they take it out on their family, their dog, or whatever like that? You know, the old saying, you come home and kick the dog. Yeah, because you're not being fulfilled, or you're overworked, or you're doing something that you don't want to do, that's not aligned, and it's not authentic with you. How many of you have had a job or have a job that you were like, why am I even doing this? Well, we know why. It's the paycheck. But I don't even like what I'm doing. I don't like the people I work with. I'm not making a difference. I'm not fulfilled. But yet we still get up every morning busting our hump because we want that paycheck. So the antithesis to that, guys, is being able to be authentic and getting fulfillment from your business and your life. And the third reason why it's important is it's going to really increase your chances of success and it will probably exponentially improve your sales and revenues. When you're doing what is authentic, what is natural, everybody has gifts. The problem is most of us don't tap into those gifts and know how to monetize those gifts. That's why I created Pinpoint and Monetize Your Genius. Listen to last week's episode 416, where I kind of break that down. Do what you love, do what you're good at, and do what people will pay you for. So, number 3, it's going to increase your chances of success and exponentially improve your sales and revenues because you're doing what you're assigned to do, what you were designed to do. You ever get into that space where you're like, damn, this is where I should have been my whole life? And that's where I am right now with Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Yes, I have other businesses and stuff like that. But when I speak specifically on Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, I'm super authentic. I'm going to tell y'all right now, the way I create shows, there are 2 ways. Sometimes I have a list. If you were able to look at my phone, I have a list and I call it BEB show topics. And when something comes up, I'll add to that list. So I probably have about 100 or so show topics that are on my phone right now. But the beauty is some days I'll get up and I'll be in the shower and something will hit me. And that something will be powerful and it'll be authentic because I know it's coming from somewhere else. It's coming from my nature. It's coming from my instinct. And I'll literally be able to jump on the mic, with very limited show notes. And my show notes basically are highlights or, bullet points, and be able to drop a show literally in 20 minutes. You don't even take, however long the show is. But a lot of times it's all natural. It's all authentic. I literally, if I'm out in public and somebody said on the spur of the moment, hey, I need you to come up and talk about a subject for 30 minutes, I literally can do it. What subject you want me to talk about if I have knowledge of the subject? But I literally could get up right now and give a pretty cognizant talk on a lot of different things. But that is natural. That's authentic. That's one of the gifts that I've been given. So you need to start tapping into your gifts and being authentic. Don't worry about what other people think. I always say this. Your dreams were given directly to you. They weren't given to your spouse or your partner. They weren't given to your mom or dad, your brother or sister, your cousins, your neighbors, your friends, your coworkers. Your dreams are yours specifically. There's certain things about you that are authentic that you need to tap into to become that authentic entrepreneur. And that's what today's show is about. How do you use what's in you and monetize that? So when we're chasing paper, like I said, it's very easy to get discouraged when things don't go well. And then you'll jump from one paper chase to the next to the next. And that's what happened to me until I finally, it's like, man, this doesn't make sense. This pattern keeps going on and going on. I really don't care about any of these businesses. But Black Entrepreneur Blueprint is different. It's a mission. It's an assignment. It's something that I've been prepared to do. I have all the tools in me to do this because this is something that's authentic to me. I have the experiences, the highs, the lows. I've seen the gamut of it all. I've been in the game as a serial entrepreneur, making a living for 20 plus years. Some years that living wasn't a good living, but that's all part of the process. You understand? And so this is authentic to me. What I talk to you about is authentic. I speak from a position of authenticity. I speak from a position of know-how. I'm not telling you theory. I'm giving you practical application. I'm telling you things that I've done, or when I have guests on, things that other people have done. And the reason that I'm doing it is because I want you to get actionable steps to launch, build, and grow your business. It's about Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. We're talking about launching, building, and growing businesses. We're talking about supporting Black-owned businesses. We're talking about an economic power base by building your own businesses. So this is all authentic to me. I sleep, drink and eat this stuff. I love it because I'm being authentic, and I get the opportunity to connect with the BEB family and share all of this information. So to me, I mean, it can't get no better than that, right? Now, I probably could, but, I'm at a good space when it comes to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Now, some of my other businesses is so ironic that I'm about to pare down some of my other businesses because I'm not creating a lifestyle that I want, because some of these other businesses are taking up too much of my time. So I'm in the process of paring things down like crazy. I'm getting rid of all types of stuff that really I don't want to do and I don't need to do. And I just want to focus on things that are fulfilling to me and fit based on my lifestyle that I want to live. And so that's really where the impetus of today's show came. Like I said, BEB, I love it, man. We on point, we rocking, we got a whole lot of stuff coming, but I'm going to pare down some of the stuff too on BEB, some of the different products and services, and I'm honing in on only a few that move the needle. And so when you want to become an authentic entrepreneur, you got to really understand yourself, be very introspective and look at yourself. What do you like to do? What's the lifestyle I want to live? Who do I want to serve? How do I want to make my money? And these are things that are super important for you being a productive entrepreneur. And when I say productive, I'm talking about making money. I'm talking about having a lifestyle that you want, and also serving the community or serving the people that you want to serve. Before we close this out, guys, I say this each and every week. We do more and more downloads because of you, the BEB family. I thank you so much, guys. Please continue to spread the word about the podcast, the new website, blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, and the ecosystem. You guys know what the mission is. It's about building an economic power base in the worldwide Black community by building and supporting Black-owned businesses. Love you guys. See you same time next week. Peace.